on a new level. You know I'm on a new level. Pull up in foreigns, you know that I'm scoring, I'm on a new level.
Welcome back to Kings at the Table podcast, where if you're a king, you belong at the table. Week 13, Season 3, Episode 10, and we have our guy Juan right here in the building.
We back.
Back at it. Feels good, man. And Juan, what's up, man? How's everything?
You know, everything's going all right. You know, just ready to come in here and let's talk some real good football stuff. Because I mean, there's a lot of different topics we could jump into, bro. And tonight, this episode, I think we're gonna be going off of a lot of eye openers. I'm feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty much like a freehand thing, and get into some players and some rebuilds, and you know, kind of teams that are struggling right now that we kind of had higher hopes for, and one of the teams is the Indianapolis Colts.
Man, they're starting to kind of look like they might be a little bit fake right now, don't you? I mean, just a little bit of a eye opener, if you will. You know what I mean, Rich? So go ahead and why don't you give us your thoughts on how you think this look of the Colts is coming out now, because as of lately they're not looking like that beginning of the year Colts when we're like, damn, they're hella good. They're kind of stumbling a little bit. What you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt like it's not just strictly on Daniel Jones. This last game, he had this fractured fibula, so you can tell that he's limping and he's not comfortable. Honestly, I don't feel that he should have played that game. I get it was the Texans. That's a team that's trending the right way.
Nope.
But Colts, I think that I don't know if the word's fake, but it's more so they're gonna have to show us when it matters.
Okay.
You know, so with the Colts, are you saying are they fake or are they?
What I'm saying is like they don't look, and they're not giving you that same type of like feel that you got in the beginning of the year. It's like a real slowed down thing, and like now it's not almost like a for sure thing. Like, you know, you would think that going into a game you're like, oh yeah, the Colts are gonna win this week. You know, kind of you just had that more of a more comfortable feeling to say that. But now, as of lately, you're kind of like, oh man, that game could be a little bit of a struggle for them. So that's what I'm seeing from them coming out right now, and so that's where I'm getting that kind of like fake feel. Like I was like, man, this whole time, you know, we were kind of bamboozled, if you will.
But were we though? Because I was saying they were like the Vikings of last year, and the Vikings didn't win a playoff game.
No. Yeah, you're
so
right.
are we bamboozled? I'm
I
not sure how high you had them.
Well, I felt a lot more comfortable going into games if I was going to have to choose them like on a heads up. I feel more comfortable like, oh, yeah, the Colts, like, you know, let's say about 4 or 5 weeks back. Well, yeah. I'd still be feeling like that. But now, as of lately, these last couple games have been kind of close. Let's not forget the one that you guys should have won. Yeah. You know, we would have been talking a whole lot different, maybe seeing them a little bit better than what they're looking like now to me.
Okay, yeah, I definitely see that. But since they did play the Texans and the Texans won and only one game behind the Colts in the division, a very hot team, especially at the end of the season, it's usually defense that gets you to where you need to be.
And Houston's defense is pretty solid. You know, you coming out here looking at it like they played against the Chiefs recently. You know, we got that game. How they played against this week against the Colts. So that defense is.
No, they're playing the Chiefs coming up.
I thought they played them like
next week.
That's what it is.
They played the Broncos. It was
that really one was a good one. That was a close one. A very defensive game.
Yeah.
So, like you said, that defense, if it starts trending the right way more as it's going now, you know, the offense needs to catch up, because C.J. Stroud he didn't throw a touchdown yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
he needs to start throwing touchdowns. He's been slumping since last year, so he kind of needs to get that fire lit up under him, and he needs to come out there. And if that offense starts moving the way we know it can move, Houston's dangerous, bro. Houston can be dangerous.
And the thing is, from the beginning of the year, I mean, we're talking week 3, we're at Sammy's.
Yep.
Right? And we were like, okay, this isn't to knock CJ. This was like a motivation. Wake up. Let's go. Because if you don't,
you can say falling behind, but I mean, he's getting carried right now with that defense. So they're still in that hunt. But like you said, they can take over if they want.
So if he turns it up just a tad bit and gets to that CJ from last year, I mean, this you can't just say that the Texans are going to lose in the play. Let's say they make the playoffs.
Yeah,
that could be a real hot wild card team that could possibly. I'm saying it could possibly make it all the way, Juan.
It can.
If CJ turns it up just a little bit.
I see. That's going to be the thing. He needs to start turning it up now, like you said, just a little bit, and that offense is going to get going. But if you're talking about going down all the way that way, he's got to go all the way full 100.
Not even a bit?
Nah,
you think all the way?
He's gonna have to go full 100.
Well, I mean, let's get into the AFC teams because which dominant teams are out there, Juan?
That's the crazy thing. That this year, man, I was thinking about that yesterday. If the playoffs were to start right now, it would be such a weird bracket looking at it and just wondering like how everything's gonna go. Obviously, in the AFC right now, the two powerhouse teams, Broncos and the Patriots. We can go ahead and just lock those guys up at the top. Going down a little bit further, like, okay, are you really threatened by a Ravens team right now? You know, they're kind of hit or miss, okay, right? What about a Bills team? Are you threatened by a Bills team? That's a hit or miss team too. You know, the list is going on. The ones that the Chiefs, I mean, they're still on the outside looking in. But if some of these teams can just get their stuff going at the right time, Houston is one that I'm thinking about that could be the scariest one now that we talked about it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a team that I'm saying like, okay, is this Houston team scared of the Ravens? No, I think that's a dogfight.
I don't think they're scared of the Broncos. Look how close it was.
That's what I'm saying. So if they get it going at the right time,
it's a little bit,
bro, that team could take off. So I mean, there's high hopes right there for Houston. If they just it's a Stroud moment. It's a Stroud moment.
Yeah, and since we kind of like got into those playoff seedings, there is a possibility, right? You know, just to throw it out there, that we might not see Mahomes or Josh Allen in the playoffs. That's a possibility.
That is fucking wild to think.
Even Lamar.
Lamar could be out of that one. That'd be crazy.
That's a trip, right?
Bro, that is so crazy.
Let's say
it's actually kind of funny.
Let's say two of the three are out. That's what makes it a toss-up in the AFC.
And that's what's making this whole playoff picture right now that we got going on. It's going to be hella exciting to see what comes up in the next few weeks.
For sure. Well, I mean, there's a team that's kind of in the hunt, possibly win the division. It's your Pittsburgh Steelers, Juan, and they're tied with the Ravens for the number 1 seed. They are in the division, actually. I kind of need to know a little more of the inside. You know, I know we talk about it a lot with your Steelers, but right now, you still have a chance to win the division. There's chance throughout the whole stadium.
You're saying fire Tomlin.
Fire Tomlin. And that's a weird – I kind of need to know how that feels, only because I don't think I've ever heard a chant in the Denver's stadium.
I can't even think of
saying fire a head coach. So when I'm hearing that as an outsider, I'm like, can I imagine? You know, there was. Oh, you know, now that I think about it, it was Hackett. It was Hackett.
Well, Hackett, and then what about what's his name too, who screwed you guys over? Josh Daniels.
Okay, see, so those guys were like 1 or 2 years, right? As
Something
head
like
coaches.
that. It was
so
real
you've
fast.
had Tomlin for
Hell years,
and you're hearing that. You might have been one of those guys at that stadium saying the same thing.
It's hard not to feel that way, if you will. You know, take it what you're asking for, man. It's been so tough because like you don't want to say that, but I mean it's starting to get to the point where you cannot deny this anymore, man. Like it's that time. It sucks. It's unfortunate that like his whole tenure as the Steelers head coach is coming down the way it is. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be definitely a tough thing. I've only had 2 coaches in my whole Steeler career, bro. As a fan of as being a Steelers fan, I've only had 2 coaches. Bill Cowher and fucking Mike Tomlin. That's it. That's it.
That's a trip.
So, and the thing that makes it even worse is that he's kind of breaking the cycle of how it all goes down. Let's, for example, like when Chuck Noll left, right? He was handing over this great team over to Bill Cowher, and he kept it going. Right? And so Bill Cowher, what did he do? He went out on top, won the Super Bowl, and then now he handed those keys off to Mike Tomlin. And Mike Tomlin is going to hand this fucked up car, excuse my language, he's going to give him this whole messed up situation and be like, hey, bro, good luck.
But
Rich, come on now. You're going to tell me that someone's going to be able to come into the Pittsburgh Steelers team and completely change the whole team out?
100% don't think they can.
No.
Now, I'm going to say this. You can't tell me that roster's because of Tomlin.
No, well, partly yes.
The roster?
The whole situation.
Right. But I don't know how you're saying the whole situation. Because
when you go into the roster part, I hear what you're saying. These accusations, or not accusations, the inquiries of all these players and stuff like that.
Yes. Okay, so then let me ask you this.
Okay.
What head coach in the NFL could have took this roster that the Pittsburgh Steelers have and done however much more better do you think that another coach could have gotten?
Well, let's also not forget the fact that he's had some players on this team right now that he's had for a few years, so you know where you lock those guys in. It's a kind of trying to know which route you're going, if that makes sense. No,
yeah,
not really.
Not really. I just think that roster is not Super Bowl ready. I don't know if it could have possibly won the division. It still can.
It still can. But I see what you're saying. But the thing is that, like, they need – I think somebody else could have done something with this.
With this roster?
Something. I believe so. How do you not?
I don't because Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. So, like, here's the most craziest thing, and I'm just going to put this as an analysis or to compare. If you had – I'm going to just be straight up – a straight up, like, let's fucking play football kind of coach, like if you had a Dan Campbell, I believe Dan Campbell could do something with a team like that. Somebody who's not going to – because I feel that – and we all know that Tomlin is a player's coach. He's hella laid back and this and that. And that's what you're kind of seeing. Like, yeah, you got all these dudes, but it kind of looks like a little fun show out there, if you will. And if you had a coach who was trying to get these guys, hey,
let me scoot up.
Lock in. I don't feel that the Steelers are ever getting out into a lock-in mode.
All right. So you mentioned a head coach.
Okay.
And that was Dan Campbell.
Yes, that was one example. I could have gave you another one.
What's another one?
Sean Payton. Let's fucking lock in.
Sean Payton is a Super Bowl champion coach.
Okay.
Dan Campbell isn't.
I understand.
So Dan Campbell, if you look at what he's doing with Detroit since Ben Johnson's left,
it hasn't been
what are we saying here? Because they almost look like the Pittsburgh Steelers record.
Damn near.
So what are we saying here? You feel me? So it's almost the same shit. Switch Tomlin and Campbell, you're going to have the same exact record.
No.
It's the roster.
I don't think so. I'm still thinking what I'm saying.
No, I mean, that's fine.
I feel it.
That's fine. Because
no, but that's a really good point.
I'm just saying because Ben Johnson I think, is one of the crucialest pieces in this whole offseason in the NFL. That's why he was the hot coach. Him with the Steelers would have been freaking.
That would have been amazing.
Now, that's a guy that I would be
okay,
like.
see, then there you go. So somebody could take what we have and he could do something with it.
But it's a very slim, which I'm not against Tomlin.
But I think.
leaving.
No, yeah. But. Damn, fuck. That'd be crazy to see Ben Johnson with what he could do there.
Well, there was rumors at one point, right? Somewhat.
Hella light. We knew he wasn't coming.
So, I mean, if they don't win the division, or even if they do, which at this point I think you might not want to, if you want to get rid of Tomlin.
Let's just go ahead and send him off with his little winning record.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Get to the playoffs.
I mean, what's going to change from then to now, like you said? What is going to change from then to now, or now to then, whatever it is? But see, nothing's going to change. It's going to be the same thing. We're going to get to the playoffs. See what?
Yeah.
Hella first punch out.
So, what about Pickens? How about the whole Pickens situation though? Because that's probably the best trade this past season
for the Cowboys
overall in the NFL. Like Pickens is the best.
W. That was the biggest W, and look how they're using him over there. It goes back to coaching. That's what I'm saying, Rich.
That's crazy. Okay, well, I mean, if it's
that's what it kind of looks like, and that's what it feels like.
I mean, you could mention the quarterback because y'all haven't had a quarterback.
No.
I mean, Juan, let's keep it real, bro. When's the last time since Big Ben? That's why I'm saying it's not. I hate that.
It's.
I'm not giving Tomlin a. I'm not saying keep Tomlin.
But you don't want to make Tomlin seem like he's the escape.
Yeah, he's an scapegoat.
Like yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, you don't want to say it, but it's kind of hard not to say it. And it's kind of like, I mean, come on, bro. Like, you don't have the one big piece you need.
And honestly, if you've been listening to his press conference, he's at that point where, like, look, I get it. I'm the scapegoat. I have nothing to back it up because of the player, whatever. I have no excuse no more. He's like, all right, at this point, I can see myself get fired.
Yeah.
Which
would be wild. The Pittsburgh Steelers fired a head coach during the season, if it were to happen that way. Actually, the Pittsburgh Steelers fired a coach.
Okay. And who are we going with?
I don't know, man.
John Gruden?
That'd be fucking sick. That's a
Steeler.
That'd be tight.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good one.
Okay, well, I mean, let's get into the NFC a bit because right now there was an upset. I don't know if you want to really call it a big upset, but the Rams lost to the Panthers in Carolina. Panthers are starting to turn it around.
The stunner of the week, bro. Hey, first off, Panthers, bro, they're nice. They're nice. They're the up and coming team, but I mean, hey, nobody saw it coming. Rams had didn't see it coming. It got taken advantage of with the Panthers. They're still looking good. Bryce Young is looking nice. The defense is looking solid. What does this mean for the Rams, Rich?
I think it was just one of those losses you lose throughout the season. You can't win them all. I mean, the Dolphins did, but
damn,
you can't win them all. And I just feel like the Rams will be okay. It's more of the win for the Panthers. You're saying, hey, don't look over us and think that we're just a regular team here. We're here to try to make the playoffs, possibly win the division, because the Bucs don't look like the Bucs that they have been with the whole Mayfield thing you were saying earlier.
Yep.
Off air. And I don't know. I think the Panthers, they could possibly still make it.
That's going to be a little wild push, okay? Like you said, the Saints have been looking like the Saints still. Like, they don't have a good sense of direction going on either. That's a team that nobody's really talking about. But, just bringing that up. But at the same time, too, like you said, they do have a legitimate chance to go ahead and take that division. Atlanta, you don't know what you're going to get out of Atlanta any week anymore. Like, it doesn't surprise me when, like, if you hear something crazy like, oh, they beat so-and-so, and you're like, how the hell did they do that? And they go and play against, like, the
Jets.
And blow that one and lose. You know what I mean? That's crazy because you don't know what you're going to get from these guys.
Yeah, I think the Atlanta Falcons, they have to change that head coach.
You think they got to go for a rebuild?
Just the head coach.
Okay.
Not rebuild because they got the players. See, that's a little different story right there, Juan.
Okay, so that's what you're saying.
Hey,
if they had a better – okay, so
Tomlin with the Falcons. First-round pick. It's a win-win for both.
Well, of course.
That'll be a high pick.
But not only that, but it would be a high pick. That wouldn't be a bad offer. That and maybe probably something else. Maybe like a third.
Damn, bro.
Oh, yeah. You got to – hey.
A first round.
Give me a first this year and then next year's third.
Yeah, keep Tomlin. Like, what the fuck? This guy's asking way too much.
Hey. He's worth it, right? Somewhere he can be worth it.
Yeah.
Like there's a small rumor that, that supposedly that the Giants might be interested in giving us a first rounder for him. That'd be a good fit. I mean, we did kind of talk about it a little bit. That could be a good fit for him.
Yeah, I mean, it can. But before we go back to the Tomlin situation,
let's go all the way back to Carolina real quick.
Carolina and the NFC South, because Mayfield is falling down a bit.
Yeah.
Not I'm not saying he's not top 15, maybe not even top 10. I'm not saying that. But he's not looking like the dominant MVP style.
How we had him going off in the beginning of the year. He's hella slowed down a lot.
They caught up to the rookie receiver.
Probably, yeah, that too, because Ibuka it was looking phenomenal all in the beginning. But then also, too, let's not forget they had injuries, too.
Mike Evans.
Exactly. So, you lost a big key part of that offense. So, now you're just adding more pressure onto the rookie. But, see what happens going forward here with these guys. It's going to be probably a tight race going towards the end.
Yeah, for sure. And since we're on with the NFC, let's get on to one of the biggest games this past week, and it was a dandy. We're talking the Thanksgiving game. Kansas City going into Dallas, and Dallas pulls off the W.
Them boys.
Them boys, yeah. I mean, they look like they were clicking on all cylinders. It started off slow, but it feels like the Cowboys have been doing that these past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
They start off slow, and they get into groove, and all it takes is one or two catches from Pickens. Not saying CD's not that guy, but for some reason.
It's more explosive.
When Pickens gets that catch and gets into the groove, like it's almost like he's a bully out there, and he makes it known that there's no way you're going to guard me. And after he catches it, either it's a stiff arm or even when he mosses two guys in the air, or if he's out towards the out-of-bounds line, gets two tap feet or whatever, two toes in and gets the reception, he turns around and he lets that guy know it's going to be a long game. It's going to be a long day for you because you can't guard me. And I try to tell everybody in Pittsburgh, sorry, Juan, I try to tell everybody in Pittsburgh I was that guy. I was supposed to be a top 5 receiver, and yet I'm with another top 5 receiver.
On the same team. That's crazy. And you know what? That's confidence right there. And that's what I think makes these Cowboys right now a little dangerous. That confidence is a mug. You know what I mean? Like that's a good that's a good igniter for them. And the defense has been coming along a little bit more and more every game. So I mean, what could we be really talking about here?
I'm high on the Cowboys, Juan. I don't know about you. I don't think I'm talking about any NFC team wants to see the Cowboys in the playoffs.
That's gonna be scary to see, especially you thought it was hard already with one. Now you got two of them. Come on now.
And let's get to
CD
the
and Pickens and let's look at Dak. Dak's looking great. You know what I mean? Like, bro, he's out here putting numbers. I mean, we kind of got on this whole team a little early, but like, that when we talked about how this team is that primetime team again. It's starting to look like that primetime team because they're out there and they're scoring. And that's what entertains everything, bro. And those are the style points right there.
Not just that though. That defense is clicking, Juan. It is. And people don't want to hear it. It's the Cowboys. It's just the Jerry Jones trying to sell tickets. It's different. I'm trying to tell people, this fucking Cowboy team, if they make it, Juan, it is that's
going to be scary as fuck to see.
It's the Houston Texans in the NFC. Two teams.
Just the one needs to get going the other way.
It's a Texas thing.
Yeah.
There's something in Texas going on. And
imagine that one.
And
all Texas Super Bowl.
Fuck.
I mean, it's a stretch.
Yeah, that's
it's a stretch.
That's
it's a stretch. But
yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it's almost as stretch as the state. It's a huge state, and they got to cover a lot of teams, and luckily they got two hot teams. But, Juan, we got to talk about the trade because that Parsons trade, Jerry Jones was getting a lot of backlash.
That was an executive decision that ended up working quite executively well for them because, I mean, again, it looked like it was completely one-sided.
Jerry Jones is cooking.
He cooked. And he said, you know what? Watch this. Fuck it. Went in there, handle that, and then you make the big move with Pickens.
That's what I'm saying.
My dude is cooking. He cooked.
They got a good head coach. That motherfucker's leading.
That's crazy.
Are you a believer? I'm serious.
They
I'm not
got
sure if I'm
going, bro.
I'm not sure if I'm.
They got something going, Rich. They got that going right now. So that's why it's easy to see that, and you can see it. That could be crazy, bro. How crazy of a scary game would that be for you? Well, you guys already fucking blew him out. You guys already blew him out. But
running back though, I'm sure they want that.
Can you imagine? And let's go ahead and let's just make it completely high scoring. That shit would be wild. That game would be dope. Damn, that'd be fun to see.
Yeah. But Juan, about the trade, because there's some other guys that I feel like should be moved, and let me just throw out a couple guys.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, I mean, he could be a piece, too. I mean, obviously, the trade deadline's it's done now.
Yeah, it's done.
But this upcoming offseason, you got guys like T.J. Watt, Justin Jefferson.
That's a big name.
We always brought up Max Crosby. Those three guys. Which one will be moved first?
You know what's one that could possibly get moved to? T. Higgins. They can use the move in that big contract. I could see that being a move.
Yeah, I can see it being a move. But do you think they should move? Like those three other guys, though.
Well, not like those guys. It depends on. So the thing is we've been kind of talking about Cincinnati about this for a while. You're spending all your money on three guys. You need to start kind of moving the money around. All right. So but going back to the other one, how you said the other three guys. If T.J. Watt, if we're gonna go full rebuild with the Steelers, let him go. It's freaking wild to hear it come out of my mouth, but if we're gonna do it, you got to do it right. Just go ahead and clean house. Take whatever you can for him. Somebody we might be able to finesse and get a lot more than what we should, and let's just go ahead and hit the ground running.
Yeah. So are you telling me that would be the first one out of all of them?
That would be one that I could see if the Tomlin situation goes bad. That's one I can see going pretty quick, maybe. The other one is the Max Crosby one, bro. They're just holding him back at this point. They got to let him go. And then the big one, like you said, Justin Jefferson, that you can get a really nice price tag for if you trade with the right team.
Yeah. Again, who do you see going first?
Let's go ahead and just go with Crosby, I think.
Crosby will be the one?
That it's hard to say, but, yeah, I think I'd go Crosby. If I would have put my money on it, I'd put a Crosby.
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards Crosby. And another one, though, that I think TJ will be the last one to go out of the three. But if it is a full rebuild, it would be right away. But Justin Jefferson, I want to get into that a bit because they're doing him dirty. And I don't know how to explain the situation, but what I got to tip my hat off to is Justin Jefferson's attitude. And I get he's frustrated. He probably wants to go off in the media, in the locker room, in the game. Dude didn't have no receptions. I don't know if you saw that meme.
That's fucking crazy.
The Vikings quarterback, I don't even know, is it
Whoever the hell he is.
Yeah, it's not McCarthy.
He should not be in the NFL.
Sorry, but that guy threw 4 interceptions. He had more receptions to the Seahawks defense than he had to Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson is still getting paid that top dollar. I get it.
But that's no fault of him.
But he's not out there. That's why I would love to see him be moved, because he's not throwing that whole fit.
Like, he deserves to get that move. He's being humble. He's playing the game. He's not trying to, like, not show up. You know what I mean? Like, he shows up every game, every single time, the same way. And yet he's not getting the ball right, obviously. And he deserves to get moved if this is how his career is going to get to go, because that's going to be a waste.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
a fucking waste.
And the thing that's different about those other 2 guys that we mentioned is those the pass rushers, they control their own destiny.
Yes.
I'm getting to that quarterback.
Yes.
Justin Jefferson doesn't control anything. He needs the ball, and the ball's not coming to him.
Then that puts him more at risk every single time, almost a lightweight. If the ball goes overthrown and he doesn't see the guy, bam, he can get smacked. Doesn't even see it. Like you said, DN, they know what they're doing. They're the ones controlling the play.
No, but I'm saying even the value that he gets. Yeah. So his value is going down. Well, I mean, we're not mentioning Justin Jefferson all season. We're talking about the top receiver of the last 2 years.
The one that's gotten paid. That's crazy. And he's just there.
It's a wash season. That's a waste of a season for
a real talented young wide receiver.
I hate seeing those situations.
That's the worst situation.
So where can we find a home for Justin Jefferson?
Damn, let's see.
You know, there's some teams out there that need receivers. I'm going to throw my Broncos out there, but, you know, I don't want to be a homer, but I think that would be a good fit.
Yeah, I would. If you could get him a nice receipt, man, let's see. You know what? Probably he could look nice in the Niners.
Another one?
Yeah. Because you're going to get rid of Brandon Ayuk. You're only going to have Ricky Pearsall, and that's it, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Dwan Jennings.
Package Ayuk with a couple picks.
There you go. That'd be nice.
For the Vikings?
Yeah. That wouldn't be a bad fit. And he'd be able to get usage, I think.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how that contract situation will look.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that part because shit.
You know.
Everybody's got money over there.
But they find a way to.
That's crazy. That's crazy. How they can always pull those moves off, and all of a sudden they got all the highest paid players, position players.
Right. Well, Juan, let's get into the one of the hottest teams right now is the Chicago Bears.
The number 1 team in the NFC.
In the whole NFC, not just that division, but the whole NFC. They're the number 1 seed. They beat the Eagles in Philadelphia 24-15. And I think in the beginning of the year, we probably all would have had that as a loss.
Yeah. And look at them now. We're talking about, like, man, these Bears, and they're kicking ass all over the place, bro. In all statistical, you know, all stats, rushing yards, defense, touch, all that stuff, and they're looking good doing it. They find a way. They fight the whole game. So the Bears, I mean, they beat the Steelers. They beat the Eagles this last week. You know what I mean? Like they're legit.
Yeah, they're legit.
They're a scary team to play against.
Scary.
You know what? That's like. Oh, that's another one. You imagine they're like they're like Houston Texans.
Texans?
Yeah, I can see that. They got that same kind of defensive grit. The offense is obviously more booming over here in Chicago, but you know, again, like you said, just turn it up.
Yeah, turn it up a bit. I've been speaking so high on their head coach, Ben Johnson. I just think that guy right there is a mastermind when it comes to the offensive plays. I'm not sure to this day if it was him with Detroit Lions or if it's a Campbell with those whole years.
Yeah.
I don't want to write off Campbell.
Okay.
Right?
No. Hey, you're right.
He still got some time. He'll be a Detroit Lions head coach for another 2 or 3 years
but I mean,
if it stays afloat, how they are right now.
But what's the name of the game? You got to get that trophy, bro. And you know, I hate to say it, but windows are starting to look like a lot of people's windows are closing all at different times. I mean, again, like you said, we might see a playoff season without Mahomes. That playoff window is gonna close. You know what I mean? Or like Josh Allen, all those ones. So like, he's only gonna have a certain amount of time before his window gets closed in Detroit.
Oh, I agree, and that's what that 2 years is for me. But get back to Chicago. There was a question you asked me before we got on air,
Yep.
and you were saying, how did you word the question? It was simple, Caleb Williams.
It was would you have enough faith for Caleb Williams to take you down on a 2-minute drill and win you a game down by 5?
And I had to say,
And let's make it a little harder. 1 timeout.
in a touchdown,
And you need a touchdown to win.
I can see him do it. I could definitely see Caleb. One timeout, down by 5, he can definitely drive that team down. But if I had to bet, I'm gonna have to bet that he's not gonna do it.
He comes up short.
Yeah, only because again, I'm more of I have to see it to believe it.
Okay.
So all I have to see is that one time, and I have to see that you have it in you, because I haven't seen it yet. Once I see it, then no matter how much losses you have throughout the season, I still have that faith in that one play.
That you can get it done.
Right. All it takes for you to believe in something is to see it.
See it one time.
To experience it, right?
Yep.
Once you experience something and you see that little bit, you're going to believe it, Juan.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so I haven't seen that yet.
So, but there's a chance that he can show you that he can do it.
Right, and I'm not knocking him. I'm not saying no, he's not going to.
Because you have the what seems like to be the fourth quarter champ right now in your corner. So I mean, you getting to see a good amount of it right now.
I've seen about 3 of those.
Okay.
already.
All right. Here's a good one for you. All right. Same situation. Who would you have more faith in, Jared Goff or Jalen Hurts? Same situation. If you had to put your money on one of them, who would it be?
This season.
Right now.
Right now.
Your season is on the line.
Season on the line. Jared Goff or Jalen Hurts. I'm going to have to go Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
And that's crazy because Hurts has got a championship. He's done it. But we're talking about right now, Juan, and right now, Jalen Hurts is not comfortable. He's not confident. I'm not sure what is causing that. I think there's way more than just the game of football. And I don't know anything about his story or his life. I'm not sure what he's going through. But right now, there's something wrong with Jalen Hurts.
Interesting.
Mentally.
Okay.
There's reads that he's missing. I'm talking
Like some point blank
5 yards. I'm not talking a deep route, post or fade. I'm talking turnaround, quick slant or something. And it's right in his face. And he's looking this way. And he overthrows that receiver when he just had a first down right here.
I like it. He passing it, not going through his progressions.
Right. And if you're going to tell me the last drive, it's all progressions. So I'm going Jared Goff. Who you got?
I'd probably have to go Jared Goff too. Right now, hell yeah. Like you said, I'd feel more comfortable if I need to move the ball quick. I know Jared Goff can give me a good. At least he can see downfield way better, like you said. So shadowing what you said, I'd probably take him just because he can progress a lot better.
All right. Well, then I'm going to hit you with the question you hit me earlier.
All right, let's go.
If you have one quarterback to pick to drive you down, only one, who are you going with? One timeout, down by 5, 2 minutes to win the game.
Okay.
Who you got? Whole NFL.
The whole NFL. Oh. Damn.
This is where your general manager hat comes on, and he is your Pittsburgh Steeler coach.
It's hard to go against it. I think I'd have to go. If I really had to put all my money on it, give me Mahomes.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Damn.
I hate that.
Not Josh Allen?
No. I've seen that guy come up short one too many times.
So.
Yeah, that one. Or I'll take the fourth quarter comeback king right now, Mr. Nix.
Bo Nix?
That'd be nice.
You put him up there?
I mean, who else is doing it like him right now?
That's just a question.
I mean, it's just an answer.
Straight Bo Nix.
Him. I mean, like I said, like right now, yeah. Yeah.
Are you saying that with confidence, or are you questioning yourself?
No, I'm trying to really think of like all the other quarterbacks right now. I'm not trusting Rodgers for shit. Fuck that. So
I
get rid of
put him
that
in
one.
there, yeah.
I mean, Joe Burrow could do it. We've seen him do it. That guy's a bad man.
Lamar, Josh Allen,
Yeah, but I mean,
Stafford.
Stafford. That's a good one right there. Stafford. We've seen him. Man,
Hey, I would throw Stafford in there.
Stafford, of course, you got to. I mean, look what he's done. Like
No,
his
I'm
whole
saying I
career
might
wise.
consider him over Mahomes right now.
Actually, yeah.
I don't know if I would though.
I would. Hell yeah, I would. Full confidence.
Over Mahomes.
Yeah,
Stafford.
yeah. I forgot all about Stafford. Right now, yeah. Fuck yeah.
But why didn't he
Hell
do it with
yeah.
the Panthers? He had that situation
Oh, that was different.
this last week. You feel me? He just
He said
fumbled.
that was different.
Dude pissed me off. Cost me my parlay.
No, but dude, look at Stafford though. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, I'd hella take Stafford.
I like Stafford.
That's a good one. I like that one. Okay, I got a good one for you right here. Ready? Same situation. Shador Sanders or Cam Ward?
I knew you were going that route. I swear that was my next one. That was my next one.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We're gonna get to see it possibly. We might be able to get to see it.
The last drive?
Yeah, maybe. You never know. That'd be cool as shit.
That would be. I hope they both have that chance though, if that makes sense. Like one comes and then still has another chance.
Hella go to overtime.
Kind of like that.
Go to overtime, yeah.
Yeah.
They both go down, kick field goals, and you get to see what really happens. And then after that, the next one to score. Let's go.
Okay, Juan. So then you brought up the name Cam Ward. Let's get to it because
pass.
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't
Pass.
heard anything about Cam Ward all season
Pass.
long. He's getting the pass. You're talking ESPN. Juan,
How are you a number one pick and you're not being talked about? How are you the number one pick and you're not being talked about? We're talking about Bo Nix, right? He wasn't a first round pick.
First rounder, yes,
I
he
mean,
was.
first rounder, yes, but not number one overall, right? We're talking about, let's see, who's another one?
Drake May,
Drake May. You know what I mean? We're talking about all these other guys that are doing stuff.
Caleb Williams.
But we're
Bryce
real
Young.
quick. We're real quick to point out the flaws in other players that do not have the luxury to be the number one pick, but yet we're not talking about them. Nobody's saying nothing about them. Make that make sense. My guy is hitting fucking Jamarcus Russell numbers. If you really want to be honest about it, bro, let's be honest about it.
That's all I ask.
That's
And
crazy to think.
it is crazy, and we're not here to bash Cam Ward at all.
No.
You know, we still want him to turn it around.
Yeah. But I mean, show us something. That's the crazy part. Show us something.
Yeah, has there
Do
been
something.
like
I can't even tell you a highlight. I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you one stat about Cam Ward right now. I swear to God, Rich, I could not tell you anything right now. Tell me a stat.
I'm trying to vision a play because that's something like I can go back and be like, damn, I remember that play. There's maybe one.
Maybe his first touchdown pass, but like that's even a blur.
Yeah, for real, it is. And it's just crazy because we have to bring it to the light. I don't care what anybody says. Cam Ward needs some attention, and it doesn't have to always be positive because for some reason, other people don't always get this positive feedback.
Rich, who would you rather have start for you, Cam Ward, or Justin Fields?
Yeah, I'm going Justin Fields. So,
What are we saying, Rich? Who would you rather
who would you pick Cam Ward over?
right now?
That's the question.
Oh, I know the guy for the Vikings.
Oh, yeah. McCarthy or
No, whoever that fan was that was playing in the game on Sunday, that guy who he got his fucking Make-A-Wish and
damn.
he hella got his
Yeah. I mean, shit. But even McCarthy though, like,
I'd still take McCarthy over him.
nah.
Yeah.
Give Cam Ward Justin Jefferson and Addison and Aaron Jones. Yeah, you hire on Cam Ward. Come on.
Nah.
Nah?
Yeah, he probably could do something there.
Yeah.
But can he?
That's the thing.
I don't know.
Right.
I wouldn't put all my money on it. I'd be like, because what if he really just is hot garbage? What if?
So
It's hard to believe, but I mean, you're talking about a guy who went number one, and you're not proving anything cool. You know what I mean? Like, you're nowhere near the offensive rookie of the year debate.
Damn.
Nowhere near.
Damn.
Nowhere near.
Would he still
You're
be the
the
number
head
one pick?
huh?
Would he still be the number one pick?
I bet you money if they could do the redraft, bro, that guy wouldn't even get picked first round.
would he be the 5th round?
Comparing apples to oranges, bro. Now,
Are we, though?
Right now, yeah. Right now, yeah.
What happened?
He would.
I need to get an investigation to what happened, bro.
They want back-to-back first-round picks.
Huh? I don't understand.
They're gonna go get Beck, the other Miami quarterback.
Something went wrong.
Well, where? Okay, so then where's the fix it? How would you fix it, GM Rich? Fix the tape.
I think that's what we said earlier this season. That's the one
did.
team you just
We can't figure that one out. We need to go into full investigation. Let's try to figure this one out because, holy shit, bro! Like, it's like they're like the Lions of old. You know what I mean? Remember how you're like, oh, you got the Lions on your schedule. You're just gonna win. They always had the top picks and shit like that.
Yeah, but even then,
there's no explanation. Like that really needs to get looked at.
Right.
I now I need to really go back and look at this because it doesn't make sense, Rich. Like
everything, but even with the Lions, Juan, back in the day, we were all bashing the Lions. There's no bash towards the Titans.
But that's where they're at now. They're in that same boat.
100%.
But yet they're getting past still.
Why are they not?
Bro, he's hella getting the freaking sunshine pass.
Trevor Lawrence.
Hell yeah,
with the Jags.
Yeah, but I mean, at least he's actually gone to the playoffs and won a couple games his first year. And the Jaguars were a complete mess at that time too. But he was still able to do something.
But
he was relevant still. We still heard him on TV and stuff. Right now, you don't hear Cam Ward. I heard him for like the first 5 weeks, and then that was it.
That's a trip, bro. The number 1 pick of the NFL draft.
He's not even considered to be anything relevant to any statistical margin in his rookie class.
It's like if we're in the Matrix and this next year he was drafted the number 1 pick, we would still be in the same situation.
Yeah, nothing would change. Nothing would change.
It's like a simulation.
Hell yeah.
Like, what are we going through right now, bro?
It's the Matrix, bro.
Like, what is this shit, bro? Like, how
it doesn't make sense.
It
doesn't make sense, but yet we're quick to jump on Shador.
Okay, here we go.
We're quick to jump on him. And we're talking about a guy who's a 5th-round pick went in and won his first game in the same draft as this number 1 guy. But yet, we still get on Shador.
In the same draft that the other quarterback was picked in, Dalen Gabriel.
Exactly.
No shade to him.
No shade. It's a weird situation over there. They jumped into the season hella weird, so they're 5 steps behind. But the fact that they're getting wins still, and you hear Dylan Gabriel more than you hear Cam Ward.
For sure.
Bro.
Dart,
McCartney, it's Caleb. And you hear everybody else but this guy. And I know Caleb was not in the same draft class, but again, we hear more about Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Rich, we hear more about Geno Smith than Cam Ward.
Why is that?
Make that make sense for me. I know that's the question, bro, but I can't give you the answer to that because it doesn't make sense. How do you do that? And then, okay, let's go ahead and jump in the Shador thing. He's showing so much more potential than what Cam Ward can right now. And again, that's not saying, that we're dissing Cam, but it's just showing you like, look, this guy did this right out the gate. And you were quick to get on him.
Right.
Not you, but you know what I mean? Like, people are quick to get on Shador.
It's almost like what we're doing here, Juan, is let's not forget about Cam Ward.
That part.
1st round pick,
Number
losing all
1.
these games. Let him just kind of like be forgotten to that where we can move on and get another quarterback.
That's
What's going on here? Why is this guy we still believe he can be that guy.
he can possibly.
Possibly.
We don't really know right
We
now.
don't know, but I'm saying let's not forget about him. Let's talk about him. Let the audience hear about Cam Ward.
Don't forget that guy was drafted and held to the high standard, and everybody believed that he deserved the number 1.
Right. So let's get to Shador because he was the 5th round pick and he has a chance, and he is going against Cam Ward this week. What does this game mean for both these guys? And let's involve the franchises.
Rich, that is a very interesting question, my guy. That's a hella hard to ask question because if Shador goes out there and he balls out, what is the headline? Give me the headline. I know we're good at this. Give me the headline.
The headline, if Shador balls out and they run through the Titans next week, the Browns once again messed up.
That's crazy.
First pick overall, not the Browns, the Titans, sorry. Titans once again messed up. First pick overall Cam Ward, and a 5th round Shador. He's showing, I told you guys.
You should have took me.
And skipped me 5 more rounds.
That part.
Could have had both
5 more rounds.
I don't know, Juan.
Okay.
It's just
so again, we were talking a little bit about this outside. So when it comes to Shador, like what can you see happening here? I mean, again, like all these next couple games, hey, these are just go out there and get this feel for this game because it's a lot different than it was in college. Right now, what would you want to see come out of Shador these next 4 games?
Yeah.
What would you like to see? Because I know you're high on Shador,
right.
And right now he's got the keys. He can go ahead and see what we can do, what he can work with. What would you like to see come out of these next couple games for him?
I would just like to see some confidence. I would like to see him not force throws and obviously no turnovers. You know, maybe
They're gonna happen.
Right, they're gonna happen. Let's just say maybe about three interceptions in the next 5 games. Right.
Okay.
Have 2 games with no interceptions. Maybe pull off 2 wins, only because the Browns ain't all that.
Okay.
But my whole take on Shador, and it's always been, and I'm going to stick to it, is he's a franchise quarterback in the league. I'm not saying he's a top-tier quarterback. He deserves that franchise starting spot. What I would want to see, obviously, don't do the turnovers, but you have to show the doubters you have that it, right?
Okay.
And it's not just, a crazy play. It's more of, how do I explain? You have to show the dominance of the IQ of the game that you have. He's a very smart, progressive. He goes through his progressions a lot.
Okay.
So that's why they were comparing, and when he was studying with Tom Brady, which I don't want to get into. I don't even want to mention his name right now because that pisses me off how he did Shador. But it's almost as if he doesn't want to see him shine. Anyways, if he goes through his progressions and shows that he has that, it doesn't have to be a deep pass, but show that if a guy's open, you need to throw it at him. That's all I want to see.
Okay.
That's it. And if you could show that the rest of the year, that shows me you could be a starter.
And if you said how many? You said 2 wins?
2 wins in the next 5.
If you can pull off 2 wins.
I mean, that's 3, and that gives you already more than Cam Ward's whole season.
There you go. And you came into the season late.
And he's barely getting first reps, though, with the first rep guys.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a trip.
Just now got there.
So, yeah.
That's going to be an interesting one. I mean, again, I feel like his ceiling can be high up. I mean, he could probably come out and do some crazy stuff and show amazing glimpses of what he really can do and his ceiling, I got to really check out that progression thing I'm going to check that out on him because I feel like he kind of doesn't do that. I think he's like a first read guy. So
yeah, check that out.
I'll make sure about that one.
Yeah. But yeah, any other topics?
Shoot. I think that's pretty good, man.
That might be it, huh?
Pretty good episode right there.
For sure. Juan, what do we always say on this show?
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Talk to us here in the comments. If you got any questions, when you talk to us, we talk right back to you guys.
If you're a king,